Welcome back to RNI, stands for BITSUMMIT Volume 6, Indie Convention, lots of gaming.
This looks beautiful.
Thank you.
We were walking by, and this is the first game that caught my eye.
Yeah, really? Awesome. I'm glad.
What's it called?
It's called Dark Devotion. It's made by a French developer. It's a team of 4 people.
Wow.
And it's their first game.
I love the art design.
Awesome. Yeah, it's very particular pixel art. He's trying to beat the boss. He's really frustrated because he's really close to beating it. But yeah, the game is very close to Dark Souls. It has a lot of common mechanics with Dark Souls. The fact that you need to manage your stamina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game also that's gonna have a lot of content. So you have a lot of different weapons. Each weapon has different fight style.
Oh, he just broke the
shield. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like the second phase of the boss. A lot of exploration. It's gonna be 4 worlds. In each world you have like dozens of different paths that you can take. Every time you die, you go back to the original zone.
Okay.
But every time you go back to the original zone, you can increase your skill. Go back and like just try to beat the level.
Is it similar to Dark Souls in the way that when you die, you lose the experience that you gained?
Basically, in the Dark Devotion, you lose your weapons, your armors, everything. You just go back with your basic equipment. You have save points along the game, like in Dark Souls, so you don't have to do it all over again. It's a game about religion, about fanaticism. When you beat enemies, you gain faith. And when you have a lot of faith, your gods, they grant you some advantages, like new weapons, blessings. It's gonna be on PC and console in 2000. We don't know yet, actually.
Okay.
Like, it's still on the work.
This game is called Sinners?
No, it's called Sinners Sacrifice for Redemption. So it's coming out in Q3 this year. It's going to be on Nintendo Switch, on Steam, on PC, and then PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. For pretty much all the platforms. It's inspired by Shadow of Colossus, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. It's more action. The fighting is more action-based compared to Dark Souls, so kind of fast-paced like you have in Bloodborne. And the way this works is it's a boss battler, so there's no RPG walking in between. You just fight bosses. And the way the game works, like once you start the game, that's the hub, and you get access to 7 bosses right from the beginning. You can pick and choose which ones you want to fight in which order. And the trick is we have a level down mechanic, so in order to fight each boss, you need to present a sacrifice. So either like it lowers your attack power or takes away a chunk of your health and stamina like you see already there, or it takes away some of your items, or lowers your defense, or takes away your health regeneration. And all of the sacrifices are permanent and they all stack. So as you progress through the game, defeating each of the bosses, you get weaker and weaker and weaker. Once you defeat all 7, you get to fight the final one.
You know, it sounds terrible in an awesome way.
Yeah, a lot of people say like, oh my god, this is too hard.
What happens when you lose at the boss? What does that do?
You restart, but not from the beginning. You die and then you can try the boss again, or you can swap to another one.
And you're at the same place you were before starting?
Yeah, yes, it's all safe stronger. For example, if you get to the 5th boss and then you realize the thing you sacrificed on the 2nd or the 3rd boss, you really need it, you can also go back and get your sacrifice back, but that will revive that boss. But it will help you defeat the 5th one, but you will still have to go back and fight that boss that you got the sacrifice back from.
It sounds great. I look forward to this.
Yeah, just soon.
This game is Hoku Haku. Hoku is black and Haku is white.
The character looks like a mix between Sackboy and Limbo.
Yeah. We inspired by the game. This game is a puzzle plug game. Connecting electrical cord that makes player can go next stage.
Okay.
So electrical cord is important gimmick. puzzle gimmick.
Is that an enemy?
No, it's a support character.
Oh, okay.
That white character is Shirobaku. That's support lighting.
Oh,
So player go white place, dark place, and Shirobaku come and light.
lights, I see.
Light. Yeah.
So are there enemies in the game? Something that can hurt you?
Yeah. Enemy is Kurobaku. Kurobaku is if player go dark place and waiting there, Kurobaku comes.
He can't stay in the dark
Yeah.
for a long time.
So yes, we are planning to release only PC.
When do you think it will be released?
Maybe beta version is released next July or August.
The game is called Vane.
Vane, V-A-N-E, yes.
I noticed that the character was a bird for a bit.
Yeah. Well, so the game is it's a mystery exploration game. In the middle, there's basically this large world with a mysterious desert. In the middle is a big tower, and you're trying to get into that tower. And so the character is sort of this. It's a child. Sometimes it'll turn into a bird, and you're trying to explore the environment and understand like how the environment's changing, how your character is changing. Trying to find your way into this building.
So you can't simply turn into the bird and just fly up to the tower.
Well, when you're a bird, you can fly up, but you may not be able to get in. Some mystery as to who built it, why it's there, how you can get in. This section is sort of like an underground exploration where you think maybe there's a way in by going into this underground cave.
So is it kind of like you go to this underground area, unlock something here that will open up in a different section of the map?
Each section of the game is sort of like a large puzzle, like a large exploration space with a puzzle in it, and with a kind of like a progression at the end. So yeah, like once you figure this out, you'll be able to go through the door that's at the end of the space, and maybe that'll take you where you're trying to go.
What is it going to be released for?
We have to finish it, and then we'll figure that out.
Okay, no problem. How long have you been working on it so far then?
Nearly 4 years. We're trying to tell a strange story with no words, and a lot of kind of there's a lot of unique aspects to it that we've had to kind of explore as we make the game, and so it's for us it's as much as an exploration maybe as it will be for the player when they actually get to it.
This game is called Enter the Gungeon. It was released about 2 years ago, made by a company called Dodge Roll Games. It's run by a guy named Dave Crooks, former EA. He worked at a studio called Mythic Studios, and then Mythic got shut down. EA is like, well, we'll shuffle you around if you want. He said, forget it, I'll just make my own game. Picked up one of his childhood friends, one of his friends from EA, and some other dude, and the four of them made Enter the Gungeon in about a year and a half. And then they've released a couple of free updates. The first big one was called Supply Drop. Came last year, and then Advanced Dungeons and Dragons should be out by July of this year.
Gungeons and Dragons.
Yes, yeah. So
fantastic.
So this game has got all the puns.
Is this a roguelike?
Yes, this is also a roguelike. So I guess you could say if you wanted to put a genre title on it, it's roguelike crossed with bullet hell. You can play co-op, so it's not a split screen co-op, it's same screen co-op.
Looks like something that we would definitely play together.
Yeah, no, it's a fun game, and not a game to play if you don't like dying, but it's you die and you learn and you get better.
There's no rest. It's just constant.
Yep.
Barrage of trouble.
Yep. Unfortunately, the co-op is only local. But couch co-op is a dying art. So in a way, it's a blessing.
is an action game. It's not out yet, but it will out soon.
Okay.
The platform right now is Steam. Control is almost the same. You can attack. There's an attack and a jump button.
Right.
You must kill the enemy by attacking them. There's a life.
So
And there's,
these are demons,
yeah.
and we are in hell.
Yeah.
Is there a story to the game, like how we got into hell?
The story is still tricky.
But there is a story.
But there's a story.
Okay.
If you want to know the script, please.
No, I want to know, so I will play. Is the entire game up or left, right as well?
It's just going up.
Okay. So I'm assuming that the further you go up, that the environment will start to change and look a little different.
The further you go up, the stage will change.
Carto, yeah.
I saw only a bit where the player was moving pieces of the world around.
Yeah, basically you can move the piece around the map. So once the map changes, the world changes as well. It's all of the game to expand the map. So you are able to travel to different area and meet more characters. And they'll give you some puzzles. And you have to make the map in a specific pattern to solve the puzzle.
So it's pretty much an exploration game?
Yes, exactly. To let the player feel the sense of discovery. I'm a game designer of this game. We are some head games from Taiwan. Three people. I'm the game designer with a programmer and an artist. Right now it's developed for PC, but we want to bring it to other consoles like Switch or PS4, Xbox, and
She loves Switch.
okay, yeah. The development is still a long way to go, so probably next year. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Thank you.
The name of the game is Forgotten End. The game is a seamless cinematic adventure game to give the player the experience of playing an animated feature film. There are puzzles, there's some light platforming elements and some light puzzles.
Okay.
But it is mainly a story-driven game, so it is the story that drives the game.
And it's going to be out on May 15th?
On May 15th, yes.
We forgot to end the video. Every Friday night and Saturday night, we do live streams on Twitch. Come watch us play something worser than people who play things poorly on Twitch. Links in description. What even is this effect I put here? What is this? Stop watching it.